Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from the bank. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Offense in the hurry up here.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Lamar off the play fake. On him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water. We're sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Likely's got it right side. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
He'll set up the screen for Henry. Into the secondary past the 40. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And good forward, about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down. Running once more with Henry. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Henry has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Changing it up here. Jackson makes the catch. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop them.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Malik Washington. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10.
Get set. Let's go. Hey.
Quick to the air is Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And he'll work this one up to the 28. That play made by an all-pro from last season, Marlon Humphrey. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
All right, come on.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Has it downfield, working the left. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Back to throw, Tua. Ooh, not a good throw there. They're going to make the interception. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. No gain on that play, and this is how we'll end the first quarter. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter. Ravens in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Six yards to go here. It's third down. They'll air it out on third. Bails out of the pocket quick. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. 1st down. Here's Tua. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Tua now from the gun. Gets this one to Waller. And we'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
You get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Finds his fullback. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Ravens holding the lead inside of M&T Bank Stadium. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they hold him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Jackson's going to go on 4th. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. That's caught. Devon Achane. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's a screen for Achan. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. He's trying to push the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long. Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Lamar out of the pistol. We've got a screen to the running back. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They go play fake with Jackson. He rolls to his right. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
32 steps. Go ahead.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40.
Hey, let's go.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Washington now to return. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
All right.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Complete right side to Washington. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
From the gun, a run for Madison. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
All right, go.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Completed to his running back. It looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that first down. Ball at 41, third and short.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Looking to throw. That's Combs. He's got Washington. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Look at that. No worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on fourth down. That was impressive.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Out of the gun, Madison. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Dumped off to his running back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
It's third and 11.
Throw here, third down. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at fourth and long. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder.
A 47-yard attempt.
Sanders sends it through. And their opening drive does something they couldn't do in the first half, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Now here's Lamar. He set up the screen for Henry. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Short pass, Bryant. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
13 yards on the play. And the Baltimore first down.
Hey, move!
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Lamar throwing again. On the move, hit it right. Now here he goes. A solid gain there. He gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Dolphins bring out a 5th defensive back on 3rd.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! All right!
Back to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. He'll throw it. Chased out to his right. He's making a bid for it. He can't fight off all they need. That's out of bounds. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Tagovailoa on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be hit and sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
To throw, Tagovailoa. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
21G.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
They're right here. Hey, 21. Hey,
Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Hey, get set.
Waddle makes the catch. And he's taken down at the 30.
All right, let's go.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
He's right.
Playing with Achane here out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Here's a screen for Achane. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a fourth-quarter lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3.
Ravens 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35.
35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And the Dolphins are going to get to him, and he is dropped. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
It's a loss of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Working quickly here. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. He's back to throw. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a fourth-quarter lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Dolphins 10. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
It's safe. Go ahead. Alpha, 20, TX.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Dolphins needing 4 points. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here he is to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Put the body on the line for his team. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Ready, shot.
Now the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
That's another Dolphins first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Turbo 3, kick. Out.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to be set up just a few yards from Pater here. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
31G.
And the Dolphins first down.
Achane. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. You never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Sanders all set to send it away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. He'll look to throw it. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately no connection to be made.
Now he takes it. He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
45-yard line.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Wait, ready?
All right, they're just beyond the edge of his range right now, Brock. Need to get him something on third down. Try to bring this within 60 yards. Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Making the call himself. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape out. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. This from the right hash in a considerable distance. He didn't get enough into it. Oh, it just comes down shy of the crossbar. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down.